Hello Rebels, thank you all for the support and love you have for the channel. Don't forget to support the channel if you like the videos, and come back for more. Ahsoka was one of Anakin's closest friends, and one of the people that he cared a lot for. When Ahsoka left the Jedi Order, Anakin was saddened by what happened. Even though he wanted her to stay, she chose to leave. What would have happened if she actually stayed and was caught in the temple when Order 66 was initiated? Ahsoka couldn't believe that the order that she dedicated her life to wasn't supporting her through this trial of being framed. Once the truth came out and the Jedi Council mentioned that this was her Jedi Knight trial, this confused her even more. She knew about these tests being a huge test that would push you to your limits, but they almost never consisted of someone being accused of murder. Ahsoka didn't understand why the Council didn't own their mistakes. She was turned off by this, and it made her want to leave the Order and find her own way in the galaxy. When telling this to Anakin, he begged her to stay and be by his side as his friend and equal. Seeing the care and concern Anakin has for her, she decided to stay and accept the rank of Jedi Knight. Ahsoka still didn't appreciate how it all came about, but she did enjoy being by Anakin's side once again. Following her knighting ceremony, it was now time for Ahsoka to receive her own mission and handle it by herself. Part of her mission was to observe the younglings and find herself a Padawan. This would be her first step for her to be able to grow and learn as a knight like her master has done. Ahsoka had been watching the younglings for a few days, listening to the Force on whom to choose for her Padawan. During one training session, Ahsoka heard that Windu was given a special task to help Mandalore with the siege laid upon them by Death Watch. On her way to talk with Windu about the mission, running into Kenobi, Ahsoka learns as well that Kenobi will be headed to Utapau to hunt down Grievous. Ahsoka, seeing Mace and Kenobi preparing to leave, tells them to be safe and to be careful, saying that there is something in the Force that doesn't seem right. Just before Obi-Wan departs, he tells Ahsoka to also watch over Anakin, who had just been instructed to inform the Jedi Council on the actions of Palpatine. Ahsoka knew that this couldn't be sitting well with Anakin. Ahsoka, knowing how close Anakin is with the Chancellor, wanted to make sure that he was okay with what he had to do. Finding Anakin just outside the council chambers, she asked him how he felt about the task he was given. "It's something that I have to do. It's my duty to do it. I don't think it's right for the Jedi to spy on the Chancellor." Understanding his frustration at the Jedi, Ahsoka let Anakin know that this was how she felt. She thanked him for his encouragement that led her to staying in the Order, and that she is now able to be by his side again. She expressed her desire to help him with this task. Anakin, thanking her for the support, let her know that he can handle this job on his own, and that she needs to get back to choosing her Padawan. Of course, Ahsoka knew that he was right. After all, she wasn't his Padawan anymore, and she had things of her own to worry about now. Ahsoka made her way back to the training room where the younglings were preparing for their trials to test if they were ready for the responsibility of being a Padawan. A few days had gone by since Anakin had been tasked with watching over Palpatine. He had been wrestling with this mandate given him by the Council. Having had the time to think about what to do, and having talked with Ahsoka, Anakin made the decision to do his duty and go talk with Palpatine. Anakin found Palpatine in the theater. Wrestling with the idea to tell Palpatine what had happened, he asked Anakin to sit down. Knowing that the Council wouldn't grant Anakin the rank of Master, and that they would ask for him to spy on him, he let Anakin know that he is aware of what happened. Palpatine brushed off Anakin's amazement and continued to tell him the story of Plagueis the Wise. Anakin, discovering that Palpatine is a Sith Lord after being told the story of Plagueis, and that Palpatine can help keep Padme from dying, ignites his saber. Anakin had the burning desire to kill the Sith that has caused them so much trouble. However, Anakin also wanted to do what is right and gain some respect. Making the decision to turn in Palpatine, Anakin leaves to go find any master on the council to tell them what he has uncovered. Anakin walked to the hangar bay, hoping that perhaps Master Windu had returned early from Mandalore. He arrived to find that his hope had become a reality. In the hangar bay, he saw Master Windu talking with Ahsoka. They were discussing the events of the mission and how Mace had driven Death Watch out and captured Maul. Anakin interrupted their conversation so that he could tell Master Windu the information about Palpatine. After confirming with Anakin what he was told, Mace requested that Anakin wait in the council chambers while this matter gets resolved. Anakin, although disheartened, begrudgingly accepted this request and departed to the council room. Ahsoka saw the disappointment in Anakin's eyes. She knew that he desired to help in the arrest, and he expressed as much to Mace. She understood as well what Mace requested of Anakin and why he requested it. Keeping true to her promise she made to Obi-Wan, Ahsoka went with Anakin to the council chambers. Along with her promise, Ahsoka cared for Anakin and wanted to make sure that he was okay. She knew that not being trusted to help would take its toll on Anakin. They sat down in the council chairs. A few minutes of silence passed by, and Ahsoka broke it by saying that she understood what he was feeling. I should be there. Ahsoka knew how badly Anakin wanted to help and be there with the Masters, but she also knew that Anakin had a special relationship with Palpatine. Ahsoka let Anakin know that it may be hard for him to watch considering the relationship he formed with Palpatine. It's not that, Snips. They don't trust me enough to help. Ahsoka understood the feeling all too well. It wasn't that long ago when she felt the council didn't trust her. Fortunately for her, she had someone that fought for her till the very end, and she would do the same for Anakin now. Ahsoka took a moment to thank Anakin for what he did to fight for her. She also told him that perhaps he doesn't need their respect as long as he always does what he thinks and feels is right. She also let him know that he has her respect and that she is happy and proud to be serving by his side. Thank you, Snips. Perhaps you're right. Ahsoka had hoped for nothing but the best for Anakin, but she also had other duties. She had to get back to the younglings and make sure that they were okay. Anakin, sensing her fear, dismissed Ahsoka, thanking her for what she had said. Ahsoka found the younglings still in their training room, still somewhat oblivious to what was happening. She was grateful that they didn't fully understand yet how to feel the Force, to know a dark presence looms over the council this day. Ahsoka spent the next hour or so talking with the younglings, reassuring them as they became restless. Suddenly, Ahsoka heard Mace through the Force tell Anakin that he's too dangerous to be left alive, only to have Anakin cut off his hand. Ahsoka then continued to hear Mace get shocked and thrown out the window. It couldn't be true. How could Anakin turn against the Jedi and those people that love him? Not knowing what would happen next, Ahsoka knew that she must protect the future generation of the Order. What Ahsoka heard next was the stuff of nightmares. Blaster fire was ringing in the corridors outside the training room where they were in. She could hear people being thrown against the walls and being crushed and shot. Suddenly, the door opened and Ahsoka watched as Anakin walked in. They stared at each other, waiting for one another to make a move or break the silence. Move out of the way, Ahsoka. I don't want to harm you. I can't do that, Master. Don't be foolish, Ahsoka. Stand aside. No matter what Anakin said, Ahsoka wouldn't move. She was prepared to protect the younglings with her life, and Anakin knew it. Ahsoka, don't make me. I'm sorry, Master. Ahsoka braced for the attack that Anakin was there to inflict on them. Ahsoka blocked each attack, trying to keep Anakin away from the younglings. She had to buy enough time for them to escape or change his mind. Anakin, don't do this. I have to. He has the power to save her. Ahsoka instantly knew what he meant. Save her from what? She's going to die. I must save her. Their battle drew on, and Ahsoka tried to explain that no one had that power and that Palpatine was using him. Ahsoka could tell that her pleas weren't making it through to him and that he wasn't going to listen. Ahsoka knew that she would have to fight Anakin to the death to save the younglings, and she was prepared to do that. Ahsoka protected the younglings for as long as she could till the 501st came in to aid Anakin by shooting at the children. Ahsoka jumped in front of the children to block the fire, and Anakin, seizing the moment, force-pushed Ahsoka as she went to help them, sending her flying out the window to her death. Ahsoka, being sent out the window, smashed into a pillar in front of the temple. She came crashing down to the ground, knocking her unconscious. When Ahsoka came to, she found the temple in flames. She rushed in to find everyone dead, even the children. That's when she heard it. Over the comm system was a warning from Kenobi, urging the remaining Jedi to go into hiding and to not return to the temple. Saddened and horrified at what happened, Ahsoka knew that she must leave so that she could one day help the Order and the galaxy. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you did, and check out What If Ahsoka Never Left the Order on the screen here now. I hope you all have a great day, and may the Force be with you, always.